Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've got Astra GT16 valve on the channel today. I'm just going to do a really quick buyer's guide. So first thing I'll do, is just start off looking at this. These come with what's known as a c20xe, and early ones actually don't have a cat. This one's G-Reg, so it's 1989, and it's got the cat on it, so it's about 150 horsepower. Guys, so this engine, these days if you're buying one, obviously you want to make sure it's all original, yeah? So a lot of these airboxes were changed for K&N, air filters and things like that. This one's completely stock, and I will be doing other videos on this, like restoring this cam cover gasket and all that as well, because they always leak. You can see that someone's changed the radiator here as well. It's had some work done to it. Rust is obviously a huge issue. So you can see here, these are a bit perished, the rubbers at the top. They're going to be quite hard to find. And really on these cars you want to check for originality. So for instance, because it's a white GT, these must be white. A lot of people end up painting them and so on and so forth. Also, because it's white, it's got what's known as a rainbow interior in it as well. So this is the correct interior for this car. Steering wheel stock, gear stick is stock as well. It does of course have the digital dash as well, which I'll put on in a moment, and you want to make sure that obviously that's all working. So let's have a quick look. So I have been out for a drive in it, it does all work. What you want to do is when you start these cars up, with these red tops in particular, you want to make sure it doesn't tap, yeah? It does come with electric windows, electric mirrors, so quite well equipped for the year that it was made in. So you want to check all these little things are working. If we come onto the bodywork, this car actually does need some serious amount of work actually. It's pretty nice mechanically, it drives really well, but you can see this, for instance, has been painted on. It needs to be, originally it comes with vinyl, so this car actually is going to get kind of fully restored in the end. But as I'll start documenting it, it's taxed, MOT, everything, you can drive it, so I've been having a lot of fun in it. But I do want to get it all back to stock. You can see here again, someone's had a go at kind of painting these not very well. However, the whole car's there, including, you just come around the back here as well, this is the standard exhaust that comes from the factory as well. Very, very hard to find these days. Obviously they're not made anymore, and a lot of people put Scorpion exhausts on and things like that. Other little details, it's just all about originality now with these cars. So many were broken, modified and so on and so forth, so really hard to find. So this parcel shelf is not the right one for this car. It needs to have a small cutout here for this bit at the top. So this is not from a GT, so that's incorrect. I'll need to try and source one. And obviously if you have any contacts, then let me know where I can get parts and things from. The big one on this is rust. You can see the arches here. They seem to be okay, but what we're going to find when we start rubbing it down is anyone's guess. I can already tell you that the side skirts did not fit correctly. There's actual clips that should come out of the sill, but someone siliconed this on. So that's not good. All of that's going to need to come off. If we come over to the back again, there's other details. If you have a look on the right hand side, this is all correct, the carpet. But if you have a look at this carpet is from a 5-door and it's shorter at the top. So again, trying to find these kind of things is going to be difficult. And these cars, they're getting rare everywhere, not just in the UK, Europe, South Africa. So coming across parts, really difficult. You can't even buy any rear quarters anymore. So I'd say when you're buying one, really, the major thing you want to look for is rust. Another little trick is if we actually look at the pedals, when you move the steering wheel up and down, which it shouldn't move, these pedals are fine. If you start to see these pedals moving, it means behind here, behind the bulkhead, that is pretty rusty, because that's where they go as well. So this one's quite solid. I've had it up on the ramp. I'll see if I can actually integrate that video underneath on the channel, because when I took it for MOT and things, it's pretty solid underneath. So from that perspective, I'll say that's probably the most important thing. Things like your sunroof on this car, this is going to need some work. I need to take it out. It does tilt, but it doesn't go back like it should. It needs to actually go in. So that doesn't work. I need to sort that out. And if we look at the seat, for instance, it's pretty worn. They are quite hard to find now. A lot of these cars, they were scrapped, you know, just engines taken out, and that's about it. That's all that was useful back in the day. So it's really hard. Even finding these, if you look at the door handle on the passenger side, that surround, to find those is really rare. So it's good this car's got them. You just can't get them anymore. I'm sure you can start, people start 3D printing things as well, so that helps. The dashboard is black as well. Only GTs come with that, and it's not cracked, so it's in really good nick. This car has spent a lot of time indoors, and that's why I think it's survived well. It's been kept garaged for the last, at least, you know, about 12 years. So it's not really, in the last few years, it's not really done that many miles. This particular car is showing about 160k on the clock, which for me is good, because it means that I'm not going to be precious over driving it. I can have a bit of fun. Other things to watch out for, all your sensors and things, they're going to be really hard to source. Airflow meters, even these hoses, look, you just cannot buy them from Vauxhall anymore. So these are all aftermarket ones. I'm going to try and source black ones to give it more of an OEM look. Other things that are missing on this car, if you look straight through, and by the way, there's a small leak there, and these are very common, coming from the cam cover here. So that's going to be done. The engine guard at the bottom, the under tray, that's completely missing on this car. The bonnet carpet here as well is missing. So these kind of things really hard to source. So if you have any contacts, even I'd like to restore little things like this, these rubber seating here, they're really crusty now. So even this scuttle panel, all of this will come off and be restored, but you just cannot buy them new anymore. You can't buy anything. There's very limited stock, and you've got to start looking over in Europe, Spain, places like that. South Africa, you can probably get a few more parts. They've got different models. They've got Superboss, which came with a C20xe, which is a 2-litre turbo. And obviously you've got the issue with right-hand drive, left-hand drive. So somewhere like South Africa, they're right-hand drive over there. Somewhere like Spain, Germany, it's all left-hand drive. So that will make some difference. On mechanical parts it's okay, but it's the interior, sourcing the interior and things like that. So yeah, really excited to have this car on the channel, and I'll document the journey. It might take me a while, but every time I do some work to it, just slowly raise the standard, I'll make sure I document it. So from a distance, this car looks good, but actually it's really going to do with a full respray in the end. That's where we're going to end up at, because I get quite picky over the cars. It will just bug me unless I do it. Even small things like these repeaters, these are just, you know, hard to find now, and I'm glad this car's got them. A lot of people used to upgrade these for the clear ones, oval ones. That was all the rage back in the day. These original wheels on there, again, white GTs came with white wheels, so they're period correct, and they're 14-inch. So putting the power down in this is always difficult, and I may end up changing wheels. I might end up going for something that's kind of period from Champion 15-inch alloys, or cabbage style wheels go on this as well, just to help it drive a bit better. So yeah, whatever I do, I'm gonna make sure I keep all the original parts. So I'll make it a little bit custom, but try and keep it as original as possible. Overall, really, these cars became known for their engine, and that's what it's all about. These really tunable. You can put throttle bodies on it, things like that. I'm going to leave this completely stock. I'll do a carbon clean on it, cam belt, water pump, alternator, starter motor, all those things. I'll slowly start restoring all of that and just get it so it's really presentable. So for next video will probably be where I've got another cam cover and I'll restore that and show how to fit that. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and importantly, if I can get parts from anywhere, if you've got any contacts, let me know. I'd really appreciate it, and I'll keep you updated and see you on the next video.